What's going on, guys? We're here. We're live. Welcome to a brand new Poker Live podcast. My name's Joey Cremon, aka Chicago Joey. A couple from last week you guys can check out if you didn't check them out. We had Doug Polk on, aka WCG Writer, talking all kinds of drama that's been happening last week. We also had on Alex Luneau, aka Biatch People, aka Alex on Moon, currently playing the highest stakes when it comes to mixed games, and also been playing highest stakes for a long time. And he speaks French, so if you want a challenge to understand what he's saying for an hour and a half, check it out. We got a fun one today, guys. We got a young gentleman who, I don't usually like to have tournament players on if they win a tournament. I don't normally like to have these guys on just because they win a tournament. But I got to make an exception for a guy like this, man. Showed a lot of enthusiasm, showed a lot of passion, showed a lot of fucking heart. This kid showed so much heart. I mean, I haven't seen so much heart shown in a live poker game of mine. I can't remember the last time, to be honest with you, man. He was pumped up. He was excited. He was standing up for some reason. He's drinking alcohol. And he took down one of his biggest scores for 1.2 million euro. Was that what it was? 1.2 million euro, Sebastian?
1.1228. Yeah.
All right. Only 1.1228 million euro. And his biggest score before that, I believe, was 15,000 euro.
In the same event last year, yeah.
And he satellited in for, what did you satellite in for, $27 into that?
27 euros, yeah. 27 euros, and I only played like one or two satellites. I wasn't planning on playing this event, so it was destiny.
Listen, man, I'm just excited to figure out more about this young gentleman. I know he's a big fan of the podcast. He seemed really excited to come on the podcast. And like I said, normally, if guy wins tournament, I'm like, I don't really want him on the pod. But, man, I got to make exception once in a while, Sebastian, man. I'm excited to have you on, buddy. Curious to learn more about you, man. Welcome to the Poker Live podcast, Poppy. How's it going?
Hi, thanks for having me. Like EPT champion over here, reporting live from across the Atlantic, from the beautiful city of Maastricht in the Netherlands. So from my friends from the States, it's in Europe. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Chilling and going. I have my trophy here and my toys. There is Stormtrooper and Kylo Ren, so we have company. But yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome, buddy. All right, so let's talk about this. So you're formerly how old are you, Sebastian? 20, 21?
21. I turned 21 in August.
Okay, sir, you just turned 21, and you just started playing poker 2014 or something like that.
Not really. I mean, I became interested in poker when I was 15. So my first online game was when I was 15, but it was
no, back up. Let's back up. No, come on. Yeah, we just started. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. No, your first online game was
when I was 18.
Right, your first online game was a couple years ago in August.
Yes.
Right, you made your first account last couple years ago in August.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so but you played some poker with your friends around the kitchen table when you were 15.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it was during chess tournaments because I've played chess competitively. And
you're a competitive chess player, Sebastian.
Yes, from the age of 6 to the age of 15. After that, I met poker and alcohol, and I wasn't any good after that.
So you were playing competitive chess at 6 years old?
Well, I started when I was 6. My peak was when I was 15. And my coach is one of the best players in Poland. He's a grandmaster, and now he's our national team's coach. Actually, there is a chess Olympiad right now happening in Baku in Azerbaijan. So
he was your chess. So the best player in Poland was your chess.
One of the best players in Poland. I think he won the Polish championship once, maybe twice. Yeah.
Damn, man. 6 years old, man. Already playing chess. I didn't think I started playing chess till I was about 12 or something like that. 6 years old, man. We got to fucking... Okay, so 6 years old, you're hopping in the ring playing chess. You find poker at 15, start playing online, and you turn 18. And then, and now a couple years later, you binked this score in a tournament, and you didn't even intend to play.
Yes.
So did you sell action for this? Or I think you might have just had everything of yourself, right?
I only played the satellite once I knew that I could sell the action for the whole trip to Barcelona. So then I played the satellite and I won that satellite, and I sold right away. Also sold action for the whole package, for the whole trip. So I would be free rolling in Barcelona. I did that, and I went there and for 2 weeks, and it couldn't turn no better.
Well, that's awesome, man. All right, so let's kind of figure a little bit more about you. So, hold on a second. Panaz in the chat says, "How is this guy a fan of the podcast and doesn't know the chess joke?" Do you know the chess joke when we say
Oh,
chess? Do you know what we're referring to?
of course I do. Of course I do.
Oh, okay. All right. I was making sure. They said, "How is he a fan of the podcast?" Doesn't know the chess joke.
It came up with one of the earlier podcasts with Fedor, I believe. The chess analogy, yeah. At first, he didn't know what it meant because he was talking about Jennifer Shahade. I don't know how to pronounce her name. That he likes her and she plays chess, and she taught him how to play chess or something. Yeah.
See, guys, come on. He knows what he's talking. Come on, he knows what's going on. He's not. Come on, man. All right, so you start playing poker when you're 15, and like, are you professional now, or were you professional kind of before this started, or kind of like what's your background in terms of these past couple of years playing poker?
Well, I would say I played online for 3 years, but the first serious volume I did was during WCUPS in 2014. Okay. Back then I was playing mostly satellites. And then I went to University of Warwick in England, study mathematics and statistics. And after that, I went to London for the APT, and I had like 4K in my Stars account, and I played like a 2K tournament live. So I was, for the last 3 years, I wasn't a professional in the sense because I still lived with my parents or in a dorm at uni. So I didn't pay any bills. So I would go bust like every 2 months, basically. So I wasn't a professional. I wasn't making a living by playing poker, but I was playing a lot, learning a lot, and in terms of my level of play or level of understanding of the game, I would be at the level of some professionals. But when it comes to like approach the game, bankroll management, coping with tilt and stuff like that, I wasn't even close to being professional. So yeah. Right now I want to become a professional poker player. But before Barcelona, I wasn't, like, no.
So let me get this straight. You'd have $4,000 in your account, and you'd go play a $2,000 or euro. We'll say a dollar and a euro.
It was 1,600 pounds, I believe. Yeah, because at first I played like a 200-pound tournament. I busted that. I played 300-pound tournament, then 500, and then I looked at the schedule for no limit tournaments, and it was the end of the festival, so there was only that on the schedule, and I wanted to play, so I played it. And yeah.
So when you go bust though, how are you replenishing that bankroll? How are you getting more money to be able to play?
Well, I started playing poker with my friends from Warsaw. We're all playing satellites, and they were like a gold mine at the time. So they made like a really nice profit, and they staked me basically for my whole career. Like,
oh, so the Polish friends from Warsaw, you guys kind of. They
like not like back then I wasn't like I didn't know any guys from Poland, only like 2 people from Warsaw who I also know from chess, and but sometimes I had my bankroll, and which was really nice for me, but then I busted it, and then it was like up and down, up and down, up and down, but yeah, a couple of times I went broke.
Well, trust me, I know
bankroll-wise, yeah.
I know how that goes. Although I never really went broke. I certainly went up and down, 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 up and down. I mean, however long you want to say up and down for like 6 years. So I know the feeling of that, and it's fun. I mean, it's fun. I feel like kind of going up and down. It teaches you a little bit, because if you could ever make it to get up, you realize well, you don't want to fuck up to go back up and down. And now you're at a spot where after after you take down this tournament, and you have I know. So how much do you have? You have more than 40% of yourself, more than 30% of your.
Exactly 40.
Exactly 40.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Obviously, now you take down 40% of this. It's that's a big position to be in, because now it's like, now what do you do, right? Now you got all this money. Now you've unlimited decisions. You can kind of go now.
Yeah, I just didn't want to make like important life decisions just right after I won. So I just followed the plan. I went to the Netherlands to go to school. I really like the place. There's no other place in Europe like this, because the whole city is like a campus, university campus. It's really beautiful here, and like demographic is that there are only students and old people here. And most of the students are girls, especially in my course. So it's like very GTO, like, and everywhere is close. I have friends in London. I can be in London in 3 hours. I can be back at home in 3 hours. So like geographically and demographics, it's amazing.
So did you just decide to go to school in the Netherlands then?
Well, I decided, I think, a year ago when I dropped out from a uni in England, but it took me a while to get here. I took a year off to play poker, basically.
Oh, okay. So took a year off to play poker. So in the past year, you've been playing mainly satellites and tournaments then?
Yeah, online, yeah, and I was traveling to every like stars event in Europe I could go to. Like, so no Monte Carlo, no Bahamas, but most of the like EPTs, like most of the 1Ks local tours in Europe I played.
Interesting. Okay. So you've been playing for a short period of time, and I mean, you have a big score like this. So now it sounds like what's kind of your first thinking when you do this, because you seem like a pretty energetic kind of guy. You seem like a pretty enthusiastic kind of guy. I mean, especially from your tweets on there. Your tweets, your tweets go a little crazy sometimes. So
yeah, I like the tweet.
yeah. So I mean, it seems like from my experience when I've known guys like yourself, the guys that are pretty excited, that they sometimes, and you mentioned this earlier, they make these snap decisions. They sometimes maybe start playing above their not above their bankroll because the bankroll's high, but they play above their skill level because now they're, they think that they're this, or they think that they're that. But it doesn't seem like you're kind of like that. It seems like you're aware that, hey, I got really lucky. I took this tournament down.
Yeah, of course. Like I said to my friends that I thought it was a team effort. Like I don't feel like I won this tournament on my own, because we accumulated our luck in me, and I just ran like a god and won this tournament. But I know that's like above like 5K buy-in, there is no place for me, at least in Europe, because like in the States it might be different. But yes, in Europe, like ATPTs, like above 5K tournaments, and I'm talking about the main, not the 5K hypers. So like my place is at like 1Ks and 5K mains and like 2K like local high rollers or non-stars events, right? Because I was in Rozvadov for WPT National, and it was like wow, I've never seen like anything like that before because I played only stars events. So yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned playing in the United States. Turns out, I think, I don't know if this is confirmed, but it turns out player pool might be a little bit different in the United States than it is over in Europe.
Yeah, because it's easier for sure, right? Like the WPTs there, like have to be like softer. I mean, like if I don't know, like.
Well, I mean, we're not going to bang on them like that. We have to think about, of course it is, just because you have guys that are in the EPTs that play online on a consistent basis.
Yeah,
so
of course.
When you're playing online, you're much better, much faster. You're playing against top competition. Whereas a lot of these guys in the United States, especially WPT players, these guys aren't really playing against top competition, at these events. It's just how things work. So it's not like.
But on the other hand, they're playing so much live that they probably have like very good intuition, which I don't have and stuff. So
that's true.
I don't know, but there is like taxation in the States. I won't play much in poker in the States. So next summer I want to go there for vacation and like for a month or 2 months maybe to visit East Coast, West Coast, Florida, Vegas, like minimum. So I will probably go to Vegas to play the main, and that's it. No more poker there. Maybe some WPT on the way, but if it's a really good one in Florida, for example, or something. I don't know the schedule for these tournaments, but
they usually do the Florida one after the main event. So usually ends up being in late July. I think they have the Florida stuff down there. And that event, I mean, obviously this year that Florida event was run really well. They had the Big Four kind of thing like that, and I can't remember. I know Jason Kuhn took down an event there, and
I played with him in Barcelona. He's a really nice guy, great guy. Yeah.
You play with who else do you play with out there, man? Do you have like a lot of people that you have any like people that you're fans of? Because I mean, like you're a young kid, man. When I was first coming up in poker, I had a lot of guys I looked up to. I had a lot of guys that I'd always rail them. I'd see them doing well. And
well, playing with Jason Mercier was the sickest because just before the Barcelona, I watched your podcast with him, and then I played with him for an hour or so, like a couple of hands. When I talked to him, like I was telling him what I thought he had. He just smiled once. I think once I could be right. But playing with him was the sickest, but I also really enjoyed playing with Pratyush.
PLP?
Pratyush Budiga, yeah. So during day 2, it was really fun. We had some crazy spots, and I think I put him in the coffin a couple of times because I had a huge sack and he was the only good player at the table. So I had a huge stack, and I got some hands, hit some flops, and I would just, putting him in very tough decisions. So
You say you put him in the coffin?
I mean, I put him like he had to make like a few tough decisions against me. Yeah.
Put him in the coffin. Wait a
I
second.
put
We might hold on. Put him in the coffin. We might have a new saying here on the pod, Poppy. Hold on. Put him in the coffin.
how to say that? I don't know. Maybe maybe there is no such expression. I just put him up. I put him all in twice on the river. Once it was an overbet all in on the river. Once it was like a normal shot on the river. But yeah.
Put him in the coffin.
Once he folded, and maybe he had better hands, maybe not, I don't know, because my hand was like, could be the best hand. And the other time we had exactly the same hand, but I had blocker to the nuts and he didn't, so he fought for a long while. Yeah, and we chopped. He finally caught and we chopped. But I saw that after that, like after Barcelona on Twitter, he asked what my online screen name was on Stars. And on Stars, I'm a complete random. I don't have any huge results, and my graph is a complete mess. It's like, so it's kind of funny because there are a lot of like sick online players in Poland, but I'm not one of them.
Not one of them yet. I mean, you could be. You got the potential to be one of them, right?
Yeah, if I win a W Cup event or something, then yeah, I'm planning on working on my game a lot in the future because I don't want to be a Jamie Gold type character or someone like that.
I got a feeling you're not going to be a Jamie Gold type of character just because for very obvious reasons. So, but you mentioned you're in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how is that going to work in terms of wanting to put your time and focus into poker, but you also got your time and focus you're putting into school? So how are you going to be able to, approach that situation and put adequate time into both without neglecting one?
I will see, but the course is really like chill. I just have to read some stuff. I have classes from Monday to Thursday, so I have 3-day weekend. The classes always end at 1 p.m. I only need to read some stuff, and usually I do that before the classes. So, I go to the lecture, read the stuff I need to read for the tutorial, so it doesn't take that much. For example, during W Cups, it doesn't overlap at all with W Cups for me. Yeah, so very pretty, like easy chill studies, and if I can take some exams in the second approach or write some assignments late, or I don't really need this diploma at all. I'm just doing it for myself. So if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I think it will, because I think if I go and talk to somebody, they will understand that I'm doing other things in my life, and yeah, I think it's going to be fine. I really like the university and the place, so I'm planning on staying here for the next 3 to 4 years at least, and then I think I want to move to the States. Yeah.
Move to the States.
Because
sure? It ain't that good here, Poppy.
Yeah, maybe. I want to write screenplays in the future.
You want to write screenplays?
Yeah.
That sounds cool, man. I'm all about I'm all about video editing now. I'm all about learning how to write a story, how to tell a story, what makes a good story, and all that type of stuff. So
yeah, film is my favorite art form, because like story told in pictures, and I think it best reflects our lives, because how our memory works, we remember pictures and sounds and smells, and we don't remember it all. Only remember something that's very like substantial, emotional. So like the film is like a perfect reflection of that, because the way you tell a story, the way we remember things, it's like it's perfect.
Are you what are you studying? Are you studying screenwriting in school then?
No, I'm studying arts and culture. So like and this course looks like this. First we have like philosophy and stuff, and during the second part of the course we can choose specialization. I think I will choose media culture and do some major with that. And in the meantime, I will buy a camera and have fun with it and try to write something. Yeah, try different forums like a blog or Twitter is fun, but it's no writing. But I will start a blog or start writing some screenplays, or maybe a novel. Because actually my uncle, who is from Kalmykia, is a shaman. Well, Kalmykia is a region in southern Russia. My mom is from there, and they are ethnically Asians. They're descendants of Mongols. And it's the only region in Europe with official religion Buddhism. So my uncle is a shaman, apart from being like an engineer and stuff. So he actually, a few years ago, he told me that I would be a writer or a director, and I will have luck with with games yeah. So so once I won this tournament, it came true. So for sure I'm going to be a writer or a director. It's a crazy story. Like so many things like happened in Barcelona that made me very superstitious. Like every day I played in my yellow hoodie, of course, but before each day of the main event, I drank Long Islands in the bar of Auto Arts with my friends every day. No matter how late it was, I had to go there and drink this Long Island. Like so many different things happened. Like there was this guy. I played a satellite to the main. There was this like French guy who was mad at me because I was shoving every hand on the bubble. And he said to me that, do you want a trophy? Do you want a trophy? And later we were standing in line for payouts. And he, out of nowhere, he like took his phone out of his pocket and started showing pictures. The picture was like, here is me with a trophy. And he showed some like Stars trophy from, Barcelona. And later next photo, he with like his WSOP bracelet and that pile of cash. Next photo was like a...
Bang.
Bang. Next photo was like a pile of 500 euro notes, like this high. And you want a trophy? And then it was crazy because there were 3 tables left in the main, and I see this guy. This guy who showed me this, who asked me if I want a trophy, and he smiled at me and showed me, So it's so many signs were there. The guy who said to me that I want a trophy was still playing with 3 tables left.
Uh-huh.
Like, everything was like, I know it's surreal. Like, I know what to say. I don't know what to say. It started. I started believing in weird things. Like maybe not now because I stopped running so good. For example, I thought I already found an apartment. It was perfect. It was beautiful. But they called me this morning and they canceled and they said it already rented out. So I'm not running that good no more. But after like the few days after. I was running like insanely well, like every day, like everything I couldn't do anything wrong. Like 2 days after I won, I was at the beach in Warsaw, like at 4 in the morning with my friends. Like it was totally empty, and like totally randomly I met a girl from another city in Poland, and I really like her, and so it's like so sick how well I ran a few days, but it was like I was high like for the next 4 days. I was like all day long I was like high, like everything I did I enjoyed it so much. It was like the music, the food, like the weather. It's undescribable. I don't know, like
I don't know. This is funny. This kind of reminds me of something. This reminds me of the first time I had Fedor on. Shout out to Fedor. Just took down second in the 100K for $1 million after Chop. And, if you go back and watch the first Fedor podcast, you'll notice Fedor very excited, very, very like pumped up. He won the WCOOP. He's very excited. He's just like this. So I hope in 2 years we don't have you back on the podcast and you're sitting there like, yeah, just ready to fucking get out of here. I'm ready to move to the States and be a film actor. I hope that doesn't happen, Yeah,
no, at least 5 years in Europe, 5 or more. If I will go next summer. I will go to the States and see if I will like it. So, but I'm pretty sure I will like it, unless somebody shoots me or I don't know. Then I will be dead.
I mean, yeah, if somebody shoots you, I mean, you could survive being shot. You know that,
yeah.
right? You can get shot.
Yeah, of course.
Like police officers are shooting people in the legs and in the sternum, or I guess the sternum you probably don't die, but get in the shoulder or something like that, you're not gonna die.
I can be like Tupac, and 5 shots couldn't drop me. I took it and smiled. So yeah, I can be like Tupac.
The thing is, we need a Tupac of the poker world. I feel like you could be that guy.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm not black. That's the first thing. I could be
Eminem. Black?
No.
Yeah, you're right. You probably can't be Tupac because you're white. That's true.
Yeah, but Eminem is like MVP for sure. I was listening to Lose Yourself every break, and
Lose Yourself is Eminem, not Tupac, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go to the fridge to get another one because.
The fridge was closer than expected.
Yeah, it's not a big of a room, but the bathroom is huge. Like the bathroom is the size of the room. Like there's a separate like bathtub, separate shower, and separate 2 sinks and separate toilet. Like I've never seen that in a hotel.
Guys, we're live right now on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We got a lot of questions, a lot of comments coming out there in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching live. Much love to everybody. We got a lot of regs out there today. My boy 608 Experience. What's up, puppy? What's going on, man? DZJR on YouTube. Charisma 91. Nikola Dolkovich out there. I saw my girl Kristen Mashaman. She said, Sebastian, please keep having fun playing poker. I was in Barcelona and railed for a bit, and it was so awesome watching you play.
Thanks a lot for the support. Actually, with Nicola, I chatted with him for a lot of time. I talked to him on Twitter. Yeah.
Who'd you talk with?
Nikola Djokovic, I believe. Like, shout out to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's obviously the famous tennis player. That's who you're talking to, I believe, right?
No, but I think he has the same name. He's from, well, I forgot where he's from. But never mind. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this final table experience for you. So you put on quite a show. You know, you put on quite an exciting time there. You were standing up, you were drinking. You know, you were talking a lot. You were saying a lot of things. So people are wondering, you know, what was the deal with this? Was there any extracurricular activities in place? Was there what you were drinking? Were you just putting on it? Like what exactly was going on there with the performance?
Well, it was pretty straightforward. Like when we reached heads up, I requested an earlier dinner break because it made sense to play with him for a bit, for an hour, and then see what he had and see how he played. So it was like an obvious decision.
Mm-hmm.
So I started the heads up with 21 million, and before the dinner, at the dinner break, I had 16 because I made a stupid play the last hand before the break. But you know, I asked my friends how he played, and he was like, it was very not pleasant style to play against because he basically he opened 10-2 from the button and bet twice very often. Like he barreled like based on the board structure and not based on his equity. So he was basically raising 10-2 and betting twice. You know, that was like his thing. And you know, my heads up game is not that good. I mean, I only had like one good result in a heads up tournament, like during Cup in January, like a heads up event. I won one match with Kalashnikov, I believe, and later I saw he played like the 21K heads up. But you know, it's one tournament and it doesn't mean anything. So my heads up game, like I have plenty leagues, like many leagues, like across my whole game, right? But this guy was much better than me. He's like one of the like very good players online, and he live for sure. He plays cash, I believe also. So he was much better than me, and I felt really bad. I didn't know how to play. I didn't know how to adjust. I knew I had to adjust, but you know, went for sushi in burst, like. And I asked my friends what they had. They told me, and I asked what should I do. And one friend of mine was like a sick player. He plays like high stakes MTTs now, but he also plays high stakes cash. So he told me that he would like change something, and I know, like start leading with 1.5x of the pot with like gut shots and straight draws and like 4xing, free bet 4xing with like king rugs and stuff pre-flop. You know, just to like throw him off his game, and so that he wouldn't understand what I do. I mean, he would know that I adjusted, right, and he would probably figure out what I'm doing. Like, so I did that, but I still felt terrible. Like I was about to cry. You know, I listened to Lose Yourself, and it was this moment that I would be like vomiting with mom's spaghetti. Yeah, I even brought tissues from the bathroom because I thought I was going to cry in a moment. So I ordered the green tea to calm myself. And then I thought to myself, right when I ordered, I thought to myself, it won't work. And I have to order Jack and Coke. So it wasn't like something I planned beforehand. It was just I was, you know, about to cry and I needed this drink, you know. So my thought was, if I'm going to lose in 20 minutes, I better start drinking now. Like that was the main idea. And I thought it might play nicely together with my changing strategy poker-wise. Because like then it would give me more credibility when I make this weird plays if I drink Jack and Coke. And also like I weigh like 20 kilograms, so you know any amount of alcohol is going to affect me. So it's pretty no, a bit drunk after I drank this first drink. So yeah.
So were you drunk when you actually when the thing was ended there?
Uh, no, then I calmed down. It's like I was drunk with the situation, with the adrenaline, and I was just being myself in the moment. I played with intuition, very just intuition and in the moment. And yeah, so I was drunk in the situation. Alcohol like helped me with that, but after I won, I was like pretty normal myself. But after the first level of play, when I drank the Jack and Coke, when I came outside to have a smoke, I was like, I told my friends, okay, now I'm pretty drunk. Because I was telling them, it's going to last 30 minutes, like maximum. And of course, after I went back or like drank my green tea and things didn't go so well for me because I made like two terrible, absolutely awful calls once with like ace-9 with first pair and once with king high, which was like, but as a whole strategy was like a crazy strategy to increase the variance so to the highest levels possible because the guy was so much better than me. So as a whole strategy, maybe it worked, but mostly I was lucky because once he called me with like I had trips, he called me with third pair, when I bet 2 pots on the river. But after that, the last hand was obviously like a cooler, and yeah, he almost like he can fold this straight in theory, but I think he might have folded. But once I said that he might have 10-9, which was straight, then
Right, yeah.
he talked himself because I watched the highlights and I saw that his face expression changed a lot when I said that. Yeah. And I actually forgot that I limped in this hand because I was telling him that I have queens and jacks and sixes in my range when I limped. So that was obviously not true. Yeah.
No, that was it's a very fun last hand to watch. It's very entertaining. Some people in the chat are saying that's OTB Red Baron. It's not OTB Red Baron, guys. Calm down. All right, it's not. I know OTB. I know who OTB Red Baron is, and the guy who won that, he was playing against, is not the same person. So to disappoint, maybe I bet everyone is OTB Red Baron. So yeah, so you take down the tournament. You got a celebration. Obviously, you show a lot of excitement. You show a lot of enthusiasm for winning. So what happens after that? After you win it, what'd you guys end up doing?
What was the order? We took pictures first. I mean, first was the winner's presentation with tapes. Then I believe we took pictures. And then we went out for the smoke. Someone handed me like a beer or something, but we just like had fun. Like, there were like 20 people on my rail, and I took outside of the casino. I took picture with each one of them like separately.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I had to go and figure out the payouts, which took a while. Also, I had to do this like sit down interview. And after that, we just sat next to the casino and like we drank Jack and Cokes, but like maybe 2 per person, so it wasn't crazy. We went back to the casino to eat pizza, and at like 5 a.m. we just went to our hotels. And later in my room, I also talked to my friend from high school for like an hour or so. So I won like at 1 a.m. and I went to bed at 7 a.m. and I had a flight at 11 a.m. No, maybe like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. But after I went home to Warsaw, I went home to see my parents and my brothers. And straight away, I went to see my friends. I was really like exhausted after this adrenaline. I was so low after this high that, I just thought to myself that after that, what's going to beat that in the next couple of years? Like probably nothing, But a day later, I met this girl, and so.
Shout out to the girl, man. Shout out to the girl. The Real Ep says, did this win get you a lot of new friends? Yeah, so there are a lot of new people trying to be friends with you after you take a score for like this.
So looking at numbers, when I came back to the hotel, I had 85 friend requests because my privacy settings were on public. And I had like 85 friend requests and maybe 100 messages. But, I changed the privacy settings and I looked through all the messages and I answered, like most of them. But there were some funny ones. One guy wrote, I'm quoting, "Are you gay? I love you." And no, he put a GIF like of like some girl saying "I love you." There were some funny ones, yeah.
So have you noticed any of the people that you've known for a long time already, and have they been treating you kind of differently at all, or are they sort of treating you the same way?
Not really. They're all like happy for me because I've been going through some tough times in high school and after high school, so they were like genuinely happy for me, and yeah, that's one of my best friends like messaged me that I showed them that everything is possible and that you can fulfill your dreams, and that's really cool. Like I got a lot of very very cool messages of my friends who were like very touched by that I cried, and like so in Warsaw I had maybe like I know 2 or 3 friends. like in January and February I left home maybe like 4, 5, 6 times to go to the cinema, and I was just sitting at home like on YouTube and on Stars. Yeah, that was my life before, like for the most part. For like a lot of this year was like that because most of my friends study abroad in the UK, in Germany, in the States, and yeah. But now I have all the time in the world. I can go and see them. I have so many trips planned. I'm most excited about going to Australia. I think I will try to go there for Aussie Millions because Dimitri Urbanovic said it's like the greatest place ever to go to.
Australia is the greatest place ever to go to?
Like, yeah, he said that for him it was.
Interesting. I mean, I live in Australia, and it was okay. It was all right. Depends what you like. It depends what you like, I guess.
So what is better, PCA or Aussie Millions?
Well, I didn't go to Aussie Millions, but okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna assume that the PCA just can't. It's like not that. It's not that fun. It's only fun because everybody's there, but it's not like a fun place to be. Yeah. It's the weather was, the weather's the nice weather, but if you're worried about getting shot, I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't want to say like, I mean, I don't know, man. I wouldn't go adventuring around there by myself. Let's put it like that. But I mean, it's a big tourist spot there and stuff like that. So it's
Okay, because I will have to choose. I can't do both because of school unless I have a break there, and then I can like bust half of my bankroll by then. But hopefully it won't happen. So yeah, I'm going.
How would you do that?
Well, yesterday there was a 100K tournament on Stars, but I put some limits on my account so that I won't misclick and register for it by accident. Imagine if you misclick in a lobby and register into this 100K, and there is like True Teller on your left, Fader on your right, and you're like a complete random who is an average player in the I don't know because most of the regular tournaments are pretty easy, right? During W Cups.
Why don't you cash that money out, kid? What do you need?
No,
what do you need, so much money?
I don't have it all on PokerStars, of course. Like, but
what do you need 100,000 on PokerStars for? What are you playing? You need $100,000 on PokerStars.
No, I took this like a bit on PokerStars because I have to send some money, to get the guys that bought action, right? So I will keep for myself like 70K on Stars or something.
misclick enter the I used to, it's funny, I used to be worried about that too sometimes. If I'd be in a lobby for something that was expensive, or even if you're watching the high stakes cash game tables, I was always like a little bit worried about sitting down because I used to have a Table Ninja would automatically sit you with a full buy-in. So and for the tournaments, it would automatically register you if you had Table Ninja open. So if you clicked on it didn't go confirm, it just automatically put you in it. So whenever I'd have a lobby open, I'd always be very hesitant to kind of click on anything, and I would just not open the 100K tournament if I were you. And if I had enough money to enter the 100K tournament, I would not even open the page, not even watch it until late reg is closed. I mean, I can't there's a greater than 0% chance, and that would just be insane if you accidentally. That would be sick.
It would be sicker if I won it.
Well. You would. I think you would have actually won less money than you won for the EPT after they chopped it up. You would have taken down less money.
I know. I would immediately chat to all of the guys I know in poker to buy action on reverse markup. Reverse markup would be huge, but it would still be the right thing to do probably. But I don't know if anybody would buy more than $300 of it. So yeah, maybe I don't know. I don't know what I would do, but it would be crazy. During the break, maybe I would call 100 people. I don't know 100 people. I know maybe 15 people, or it would be crazy.
I mean, I'm sure if you put it on Twitter that you accidentally registered and you needed to sell action, I'm sure some people would buy action for fun.
Yeah, yeah, but there's interesting situation because they make the guarantee of $2 million, so 20 people had to play, and there were only like 11 people or 13 people like right before the late track closed. But there's not going to be an overlay in a tournament like this.
Yeah, I think there was there was 28 entries or something like that in there this year.
28, yeah. Fedor
Congratulations to Fedor.
Yeah. Fedor was present, like always. Retired, recreational, but still shipping Emily like once every 2 weeks. So.
I don't get it, man. I don't listen. I don't know how I'm watching them at, the day one ends yesterday. There's 6 people left, and Fedor is in the final 6. I'm like, how the fuck is he like? How is it like? It's just how can it be? I don't even have the words for it. I'm going to bed last night. I'm just like, how can Fedor possibly be in the final 6 of this event? Like this one too? How? Well, it just.
There's a very simple explanation. He had the most podcasts with you, right? He had like 5 or 6.
He's technically been on, I believe, 6 or 7. And the thing is, though, at the main event last year, not this year, but the year before, he made the final 27, and we did a 3-minute video in the lobby of Vdara, the hotel. And then he went there and like busted quickly, and I was like, oh no, is it running out? But I guess it wasn't. It was just saving up for these other great moments here.
Yeah, so I'm hoping for some run goods, podcast run good. I will go to Malta and maybe I'll win back to back. Maybe not, but
good. So what's your plan looking like here for travel over the rest of the final 1, 2, 4 months, something like that?
Okay, sure. So after W Cups, the next poker trip will be like a WPT National 1K, like 50 kilometers from where I live. So I will play that probably. I want to go to UKIP Birmingham for also like a 1K because I have a lot of friends in the UK, and the tournament is during the weekend, so that's GTO for me. And then I will go to Malta, but only for like, I don't know, like 8-9 days. But it's like almost all the whole festival, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after Malta, I don't know, but I think there is like a 4K tournament in Amsterdam, which is like 2.5 hours away from me, and which is pretty good because it's not a stars event. And after that, Prague, and then January, like Bahamas or Australia. Yeah.
Sounds like you got a fun time ahead of you here, Poppy.
Excited about visiting my friends, but I'm also excited about playing poker. Like this weekend, I'm flying back to Poland. I have to pick up some stuff. Like, I didn't bring my yellow hoodie with me, and I'm planning on playing like every main event for the rest of my life in it. I won't grow like too much, so it should fit unless I do something with it. But like it's only for the mains. I may play in a different hoodie, like different tournament, but for the mains, for sure, the yellow hoodie. Like
Panas says, serious question: if he didn't play the tournament, would he just be going to school and not pursuing poker anymore?
I didn't understand the question. If I didn't win,
if you didn't win the tournament, would you just be going to school and not pursuing poker anymore?
Well, I'm still going to school, but yeah, if I didn't win, I would also be going to school here. Although my budget for finding a place would be smaller. Yeah, I would be like now I can relax, and then because my plan was to play spin and goes.
Oh no, not spin and go.
Yeah, it would be a fucking nightmare. Like it's not why I started to play poker to play like spin and goes 40 hours a week, and like.
Are you sure that's what PokerStars leads us to believe, that people like you want to play spin and goes?
I mean, there's this thing like smart spin, and they're making good money out of it, but you have to grind so hard, and like for the first few months at least, I couldn't do that. So yeah, no.
So it's crazy how it works, right? You go to Barcelona, you bink this big score, and now instead of being a guy who's in school in the Netherlands and playing spin and goes 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week, now you're someone who has the luxury of being able to decide You
Yeah,
can
I can.
travel these events, you can play tournaments, you could play cash games, you could not play poker at all and focus on school, and you're kind of set for a long time in terms of money.
That's perfect. Like it's in terms of money for sure, but if I won like a $50 million in a Powerball, I would be much less happy than I am now. And it's still a good amount of money that I can be very comfortable for the next couple of years for sure, or like longer, right? But still, it keeps me motivated to to become a better player, a winning player, both online and life. And because if I won a full million, if I had 100% of myself, I would be much less motivated to work on my game. And if I won a million, I would probably chill for the next 6 months and just go wherever I wanted to go. But right now I'm not very happy about spending some money on the hotel, because I spend a week in a hotel, and for this money I could, like, if I rented an apartment later, I would save like this money, right? So after I get an apartment, I want to see what I'm spending money on, and I want to learn how to cook, and it's and all this stuff. Be very efficient with my money. I want to buy plane tickets earlier than the day before, and stuff like that.
So
yeah, so it's
So there's a big difference to you between winning 450,000 and winning $1 million.
Yeah, I think it'd be. I think there would be a big difference in what I would do for the next few months. If I won like a full 1.1 million, I wouldn't do anything for the next 6 months apart from traveling wherever I want to go and playing all the 10Ks, without selling action, for which I'm not skilled for, right? And now in Malta, maybe I would play the 10K, because it will be really tough in Malta, so it will be a good spot to test myself and learn something, because the 10K in Prague will be easier. I will sell action and stuff, so yeah.
People in the chat are asking about Smart Spin. What is Smart Spin? What's that?
I don't want to advertise them or anything. I have a few Polish players, my friends, like basically it's a site that bankrolls you and teaches you how you play spin and goes. They provide you with software and coaches, and
software.
They have some softwares like advanced HUDs and stuff. And
advanced HUDs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this sounds like some spin and go dream machine type shit over here, Poppy.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Yeah. So they have like a few hundred people playing for them, and
a few hundred. Jesus. What?
Yeah. Yeah. These are the guys that realize that there is money in spin and goes, like when they first came, and they capitalized on this opportunity, and a few guys probably are rich because of spin and goes, like. Yeah, and they don't have to do anything.
The dream machine that makes you spin the $1 million one.
No, I don't think they have that. Yeah, but they have some scheme that they share their profit according to their EV, not like cheap EV, not like what they spin, like what price they spin. So basically, it's a type of game that you can make money without any variance whatsoever. Yeah.
What?
But it's really like, I don't want to say it's boring, but it's you have to play long hours and learn a lot and grind a lot. But yeah, but basically on spins, if you join this site, you probably in 1 year you can be like printing money without any variance. Yeah.
This sounds like I gotta look more into this idea. This sounds crazy, man.
Well, you're not going to make like you're going to make a lot, right? Like more than MTT players, like, for sure, I guess. Yeah, maybe like something like the better like MTT players you can, but MTTs are more fun. You can make a final table, you can bubble to final table, you can do a lot of things. Look, it's because it's just one type of the game, right? Like every day you play like these three people sit and goes like every day, like for multiple hours. It just like sacrifice like big part of your life to make money, right? And I think in poker it's like that, right? But I don't view like and tournaments like that as live tournaments are not like that at all, and I don't play that much online. So.
Monopole says, it's crazy. I'm living together with a friend who plays for Smart Spin, and it definitely works, but you can't play other games than spins. You're not allowed to.
Yeah, you sign like a legal contract for like 50,000 games or something, or 60,000 games. And you can play other games. If you put some serious volume on spins, you can play whatever you want, right? But, yeah.
Interesting. Drainus says, it's been obvious for a very long time that spins are the most profitable tournaments in PokerStars already. I guess some people still have no clue. Whoa. Is that true?
And well, that's what it says on their site, But yeah, maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. Like if someone has like a no skill set for other types of poker, it's the best way to make money in poker, I guess, online. Like, because like I said, no variance at all. Like short term, of course there is, but long term, not really. Especially if you join this scheme of like sharing your GPV instead of like dollar, or instead of what you spin, because somebody can have like better, this somebody can spin like larger prices, right?
So interesting. So I guess the people who run the Smart Spin have to be making money, otherwise they can just pay out on the chip EV.
Yeah, like they're just getting 50% of the profit of all the players that paid for them. Just yeah. I don't know. After these 50,000 games, they maybe sign different contracts, or like they get less profit. But no, like these people are pretty sad. Like, yeah.
Huh. I got a lot of questions about this. So I gotta do more research. Hold on. So I got a lot more questions. I could do a whole podcast about this right here.
Yeah. I hurt myself with this thing so many times because it's heavy, and yeah, it's painful when you hit yourself with this.
But when you hit yourself with the trophy from EPT Barcelona, it hurts.
It hurts. One time it just fell on me because I put it next to me on my bed and just fell on me, and it also hurt.
Oh wow. A couple comments in the chat. They say Smart Spins are top regs from high stakes. Heads up. Four top Polish regs.
Yes, that's right.
Basically, the spin and go can be taught to anybody as long as they are hardworking, but it's boring as fuck. Dylan says, Puppy, watching this kid win Barcelona was inspirational. Yeah, how does that make you feel, man? A lot of people have been saying that. You put the fun back in poker. You're having a good time. You're standing up. You're talking about going to the bathroom. You're talking about, you're having a nice cocktail while you play. A lot of people said it was inspiring to watch, man. It was great to see the fun put back into these poker tournaments instead of just people sitting there and.
Yeah, I was just being myself and, a bit intoxicated, with adrenaline and alcohol, but I was just being myself in the moment, and I was inspired by a lot of players too, Roger Teska comes to mind from PCA with his Bloody Marys and, cocktails to the TV table, right? I wanted to say that, but I drank one drink and I wanted to go to the bathroom, so I just didn't order another one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Scott Nguyen comes to mind with this quote, famous quote, legendary quote, like, you call and it's over, baby. Like, I remember in Dublin, like, we were railing Dima and we were like all drinking Jack and Cokes, and he also likes to drink sometime, and like he didn't go to bed at 10 p.m. every day before the main. That's what I was saying. So and he's always like chill and relaxed when he plays. So like when we were four-handed, like Adam Owen like said to me, like, well, I wish I was so as relaxed as you are, and I told him that I'm already a winner, like here four-handed, so I'm just the tension and the nerves got to me only when we reached heads up, because then you have to play every hand. You have to beat a person sitting across from you. Like up to the heads up, it was pretty standard, and I think up to the heads up, I played the whole final table really well. It's just my opinion, but I know some of the people like said I was playing terribly, and maybe it's true for the heads up. but I think it's just like a lasting impression because the heads up was last. But before that, I think it was pretty standard. But I think I played really well until I reached heads up. Yeah.
Interesting. A couple people in the chat are saying I Just Gamble is the person who's in charge of this, who runs the Smart Spin and who watches the podcast. You gotta.
Yeah, maybe that's. I don't know. I don't exactly know who founded it. I just know two guys who played the higher
Allegedly.
stake.
Hey, listen, we don't know any, we know shit.
Yeah.
We don't know anything around here. I got a Snapchat. Hold on, Pop. You got Snapchat, Sebastian?
No, because I have this Nokia phone that costs like $10, and I have to buy a phone, an iPhone. But first I need to get an address, and then I will get a phone, and then I will, yeah. But I will have Snapchat in like a week or two.
I gotta put this on Snapchat. Hold on. Bam, ba bam, bam. Boom. All right, perfect.
I think I will need a bathroom break in a couple of minutes, but I'm fine so far.
Oh,
I don't.
You said you want to go on a bathroom break?
Like in a few minutes. I'm fine so far.
I got to go on a bathroom break too, actually, because I got this water right here in my hand.
Okay, so we can go simultaneously, and I will.
No, you go first. I'm gonna get some shout outs. You go ahead. Go first.
Okay.
I might pick some bottle right here. You never know, man.
I will leave you with Kylo Ren and a Stormtrooper.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What up, Kylo Ren, puppy? What up, kid? What up, Stormtrooper? What's happening, man? You guys got what's it like hanging out with Sebastian on a daily basis, guys? Okay. Does he make you guys do anything weird? Does he put you guys together and put you in positions that you guys feel uncomfortable about, or do you feel like he treats you well, he treats you fair, and you have a pretty good time hanging out with him? Okay. Oh shit, really? Oh, so I mean, is it something where when he goes to the bathroom, you guys are looking to escape, or are you hoping he gets one of the ships and maybe you guys can escape in a ship and you can get out of there and go hang out with other Star Wars figures? Or are you hoping he maybe brings some new Star Wars figures to the team, and that way, even though he may put you in situations like you just mentioned, it's not as uncomfortable when you're by yourself and when you're alone? Okay. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys saying a couple words on the podcast, and thank you, man. It was nice talking with you. Oh, Sebastian, you're back. We were just talking with the Stormtrooper and Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I'm back.
They told us some weird shit. They told us something that we asked them. I was talking to them. What do you like to do with them when you're playing with them by yourself? And they said some things.
No, I usually just stand on my desk or something, but I don't have a desk right now. So yeah, I just brought them because I backed like one suitcase, one handbag, my trophy, and like 2 toys. That's everything I have. Yeah, I'm very mobile.
They told us things. I don't. Like you gotta watch the replay back. They were talking to us while you were gone. I had a conversation with them.
Yeah, but what can you do with these toys? These are not like. But I guess the Stormtrooper's helmet shape is like. Okay, it can be. Okay, never mind.
Now you guys know. This is what they were just saying. We were watching. They heard them say this stuff. So
because
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna give you a question.
Okay, sure.
And I'm gonna give you a question. Let me find a question. After watching Joey's stream, I never use the bathroom anymore. Good. You shouldn't use the bathroom. If I wasn't here, I wouldn't be using the bathroom either. Like I'd be using the piss bottle, of course. Let me find one here. Hold on a second. Is that Doug Polk? Come on, stop it. Where's the one? Okay, I see no good questions in the chat. Come on, guys, take it easy. All right. What's your plan? How much actual work are you planning to put on your game in terms of getting better at poker over these next couple months with school and with traveling and with all that stuff? You go there. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Should I start, right?
That's you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so during the W Cups, I won't do much apart from talking to my friends on Skype, going for some hands, but it's usually like not that much serious work. And after W Cups, I'm planning I will have some hands that I can go over from like high stakes tournaments. So I will probably talk to a lot of people, to a lot of my friends from Poland about, and do some analyze some of them. And I'll probably get some coaching also from a friend of mine. But apart apart from that, I have like no idea because I've never done any work in poker apart from playing, watching, and talking to friends. So I barely know how to use Hold'em Manager. So yeah, I'm just planning on talking for some hands, analyzing them. Maybe I want to fix some leaks. I have a lot of leaks. Not a lot of interesting stuff, I guess.
You know what? It's not interesting getting better at poker, Sebastian. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not interesting. It's not enjoyable. But it's the kind of work you got to put in.
Yeah, I just told them that I've never done any work in poker at all. Like I only played, watched poker, and talked to my friends. So I have a lot of leaks. Like maybe not in the basics, like the ranges, like pre-flop or something, but yeah, I have some leaks. I won't go after too many spots, for example. I'm too aggressive. And I just to look for a way to win every hand, and a lot of the times it just doesn't work out.
That's what's gonna happen. I mean, that's how you get better. You play aggressive in some of those spots, and then eventually you see what works, you see what doesn't work.
Yeah, but my biggest trick is, I think, for example, when it comes to playing online, is like being focused and concentrated throughout the whole session. And I won't have problems with tilt or something like that because right now, like, I'm comfortable and I don't care if my bet doesn't work out or if I bust from the tournament. But earlier, I just used to burn money a lot. But right now, I won't have these problems. But I will still need some. I need to do some sports. I'm like a really unhealthy person. I need to do some sports. Eat better because I didn't eat food at all almost, like, and eat better, exercise, and quit smoking probably. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Maybe do some yoga or something. I know that a lot of, like, players like from the state, they do like meditation and yoga and I don't know, some diets. Yeah, it's probably GTO to try to do something similar. Like, yeah, I won't go like full vegan or something, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, those are important things to do, I suppose. I mean, I'm pretty big into those things right now, but for a long period of time, I was not very much into that. But now I'm pretty much into hardcore into the diet and fitness and
okay, that's good.
And the yoga stuff, stretching stuff like that. So I never smoked, luckily, but.
And in the States, people don't smoke that much, I guess, right? Like, because
not much anymore, no.
Yeah, in Europe, it's a different story.
Yeah. Who would win in a fight, Fedor or Malik?
I think Fedor, and you. Like, the last time I checked, I weighed 48 kilograms.
Oh, that doesn't sound right.
I don't know how many pounds is that, but it's like very close to anorexia, I would say. Like,
what? Huh? Wait, how much did you say you weigh?
48 kilograms. Maybe it's like 2 kilograms in Barcelona. 48 kilograms in pounds. So that's 106 pounds, right? Where are you? Oh, here. Yeah. So I need to gain some weight. In 1 year, I want to weigh 60 kilograms. I've never weighed more than 56. I think I would maybe at some point I would 56.
What the fuck? 48 kilograms?
Yeah. Like I said, like I just have to fix myself in every way. Like, yeah.
Are you from Africa?
No, but
are you from South Sudan? Where are you?
I used to have and still have a bit of a like social phobia that like I I couldn't eat or drink in public, and at home even I eat very incredibly like slowly, like 10 times or like at least 5 times slower than a normal person. So what I used to do was I just wouldn't want to waste my time with eating, and I just wouldn't eat. Wow. Like a lot of my days looked like this. Like when I was playing, for example, online, I would wake up at 3 p.m. I would eat maybe like 3 eggs for breakfast. Then I would start playing. Then I would eat like ice cream and for the next 8 hours, like just one ice cream and maybe something before I went to bed. So I used to eat like maybe usually 1 meal a day, sometimes like 2, but usually yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 175 centimeters. You have to. That's in my ID. Maybe I'm shorter, but
5'7.5".
Yeah.
You're like the girl. You're kind of like the girls I date. Some 5'7", 5'7", 109.
Yeah, like I have to fix I have to fix myself. Like now I have the time to do this, like the diet, the exercising. Like I have to gain some weight. Now my skin is terrible. I still have spots, and because like my lifestyle for the last like couple of years was like so terrible. I don't know how I survived it, but last year in Barcelona I was there for 2 weeks, and for 2 weeks I didn't eat like anything, to be honest. Like in the morning I drank fresh orange juice, ate some maybe pastry, and that was my whole meal for the whole day of playing. And then I would eat something in the evening, and that was it. Now I have a GTO belt that I don't have to put holes in it, like additional ones, because usually when I bought the belt I had to put additional holes in it.
All right. You want help with this? You feel like you want help with this?
With what?
With this eating thing, with the eating thing, with the workout thing. You want some help with it?
Yeah, sure. But I have a friend who's actually like a qualified trainer, gym trainer.
That ain't gonna matter. You want to know why? Because you're traveling a lot, you're doing a lot.
Yeah, but he's a friend from poker. He plays spins and he goes to the gym. That's his life. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, so he knows everything about the diet stuff. But I don't want to take like any of those like weird things. Maybe it's like like creatine, right? Or what's that? Like
yeah, listen, you don't need fucking creatine right now. You need to just get on like just start eating more. I mean, hey,
yeah, I eat a lot right now, like for myself. Like I eat like 3 meals a day and stuff. So
that's we're gonna give you a complimentary GTO club. Listen, I'm gonna give you a complimentary GTO club. The GTO club's a new thing that I have. A lot of people that are in my club are all guys that are focusing on diet, that are focusing on workouts, and I mean it's a pretty good group of guys. A lot of guys that are putting in a lot of work at poker and all this stuff like that. But we'll help you out, kid. We'll help you out. It's funny. I mean, I never used to be as skinny as you are, but I used to be pretty tiny, man. I didn't eat too much food when I was like 17, 18. I just didn't really eat a lot. I barely ate 2 meals a day. I was very tiny. And then I started eating more, started working out, and
okay.
but yeah, you about the same. Like you're kind of like my little brother. He's 6'2", weighs like 130, 140, something like that, and super tiny guy. But now he's been eating more lately, and
okay.
But yeah, it's all about it's kind of like it's tough though, because obviously you're probably so used to what you've been doing. You're probably so used to just not eating, as you mentioned. You have some
like my stomach is for sure like shrinked or stuff. Like I can't eat a big meal at once, right? So
yeah,
I can probably eat like a few meals a day. Yeah, but I think I would lose to Fedor for sure, because he weighs probably like 65 kilograms, I guess, or something. For example, if I wanted to start training, I know, boxing or some martial arts, I would have to spar with 12-year-old kids probably.
Nothing wrong with that, man. You got to start somewhere, Poppy.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. Balls deep in the chat said, Poppy, let people be skinny if they want to be skinny. Well, he just said he wants to put on some weight. He just told us he didn't want to, Poppy. You listen.
Yeah.
You got to listen, Balls deep. You got to listen to fucking people when they talk, Poppy. Come on. Your fucking ears.
In 1 year, I want to break the magic barrier of 60 kilograms.
What's that? Let me see.
Yeah, right now I weigh like 50, maybe less, because I know if I put on some weight since Barcelona, I want to like gain 10 kilograms in a year. I know how many pounds is that.
I like it, man. That's not too much to do. 22 pounds. Well, we're gonna be keeping track of this, by the way. You know that, right? We're gonna be keeping up with this. We're gonna be seeing how it goes, man.
Yeah, I'm going to be like Snapchatting or Instagramming, my progress.
That'd be fun. I mean, that gives you something. You mentioned you want to shoot some videos. You want to like document things. You want to record. You want to write things. You want to tell stories. I mean, that's a pretty good way to tell a story of kind of your own progress. Now, you've had this success with poker. You're in school. Now you've always wanted to better your diet. You want to get to a healthy weight, and now you get to this. I mean, that's fun, man. That'd be fun to watch.
I will buy an iPhone, and iPhone makes good pictures anyway. But I want a camera, like to take pictures and have fun with it. Maybe shoot something.
Shoot some shoot some self-made porn, stuff like that. I mean, hey, you do whatever you gotta do, right?
Yeah, maybe if I feel like it. Yeah.
No, man, listen, man. It's not. I mean,
I wanted to say something, but I forgot it. Maybe I will remember.
Nah, it
Go
happens.
ahead.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people out there got the reverse situation where they overweight. So I feel like you could be in a much worse spot in terms of that. It's like, it's not like a hard thing to fix. You can start eating more. Foods. Do you like food? Because I don't personally like food that much, except I like pizza and I like cantaloupe. But
no, like a few days after I won, like everything tasted so good, but I was so high that right now food is okay, but I enjoy it more than I used to. So that's a start. But I just thought like I didn't like food at all. It's just a waste of time, and if I could, I would just take some pills for that. But yeah, right now I enjoy it.
people are talking about I said he's from Africa. Listen, I know guys from Africa. Shout out to the little kids I make donations to at the program. I can't remember what the name of the program is right now, but I see the guys. Man. All right, these guys are skinny. These guys are tall. They're short. They need to put on some weight. Let's put it like that. So guys, let's get some comments from the chat. Let's take some comments from the chat here and see what people got out there. I can't read that. Joey doesn't like food, only kitty. Bang bang. That's not true. What's wrong with cantaloupe, man? You know what cantaloupe is, Sebastian?
Cantaloupe? No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. You know what edamame is? Edamame?
Can you? No.
Okay. Do you know about pizza?
Yeah, pizza.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. We got a lot of love for Africa, man. Shout out to Africa. We got any Africans out there watching the chat? Shout out to you right now, man. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. I appreciate you. Who do you think I should get on the podcast, Sebastian? Who would you like to see on that I might not have had on yet?
I don't know. You've had so many people on. I can't think of anybody right now.
Joey could bench press.
You've never had Dmitry Urbanovic. I don't know if he would be interested in doing something like this, but he just won W Cup yesterday. I don't know. Did you see him in Las Vegas this summer?
Yeah, I played with him in the 10K PLO. I think I played with him in the 10K PLO. Yeah, I think he was at my table.
Yeah, he's a very interesting. He's a very interesting person. So he would be if he because usually he's very quiet and doesn't talk that much, with other people other people than his friends. But I don't know, maybe if he would be interested, I think it would be a lot of fun.
You ever been on? Do you know that? What's that? I was on a Polish podcast with this girl, Monica. Poker Break. You ever been on that podcast before?
No, but they probably I got a message from them. Yeah, but yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, you were, but I didn't listen to this podcast.
You're not going to go on it? You don't want to go on it?
Maybe in the future, but my hands are full at the moment, and at first I thought I wouldn't do anything in the Polish media, like normal media, but after a while I changed my mind, and I'm going to do something in the normal non-poker media in Poland, just out of sense of duty to maybe help poker players in Poland a little bit, because they want to pass this legislation that could potentially end online poker in Poland. But I don't think they will do that, because it's against every European regulation. They break them anywhere, right? But yeah, I don't like politicians that much.
TOS are made to be broken. I feel like that's kind of what you're saying right now.
Yeah, TOS of the European Union are broken every time.
All right, I'm waiting for a couple comments from the chat or questions from the chat. No, I don't want to talk about specific hands. Why not get the number? No, listen, I don't want to have people are mentioning tournament players in the chat, and we try to stay balanced, guys. We go one tournament player, 25 non-tournament players. All right, that's kind of like the regulate. That's kind of like what we like to do around here on the pod. So we'll do one tournament player, and then we'll do 100 non-tournament players, and then we'll do a tournament player again.
Yeah, but it's obvious that cash game players are better, right? It's obvious.
I'm not going to say better, because it's a very subjective thing.
I mean, game theory wise, if a tournament player went to play cash, he would lose immediately, right? But the other way around.
I think I personally enjoy talking to people that play cash games a little bit better. It seems like I feel like
you played cash, and it's more of the hero from no one to hero stories. In tournaments, it's just we all know that it's just lucky. And, we're never going to play as many tournaments in our lifetime to make any kind of sample, right? So like tournaments, no, like are just yeah. But Cash, it's a different story, of course.
Yeah, but sometimes you guys show some love to the tournament players, man. I don't know.
Yeah, but the perfect example is like the Timex one with this prop bet for beating 500 Zoom and all.
Mm-hmm.
And he said so himself that the card game player can learn the tournament stuff in 2 days, but the other way around, apparently you can do that.
Well, I think it's also hard for. I mean, you mentioned that specific example, and I think for Timex. Yeah. So for those that don't know, Timex, Mike McDonald, been on the podcast a couple times. He did a prop bet where he had to beat 2-5 Zoom and over a sample size, but he couldn't. And I think that he couldn't because he wasn't really all in on learning how to beat 2-5 Zoom, and he's just he's mainly a tournament player. So unless you're very committed to learning how to beat Cash, especially 2-5 Zoom, you gotta be really committed. And he probably just couldn't really commit himself; just wasn't worth it to him. And so it can make sense why he would have struggled with that. So. All right, he's holding his action. Who cares? Yeah, I mean, come on, man. He likes action figures, man. Yeah, I used to have a league. So I used to be really into wrestling and like WWF, WWE, before WCW before. So I'd have all these action figures, and I started like I was talking about a basketball league I had before. I started a league in my room, so I had a little wrestling ring, and I'd put the wrestlers around. I'd have my notebook out. I would keep track of who's champs, who played who, all the matches on all the cards. And I would wrestle with the guys in the ring, and then you'd have winners. I'd keep track. I had like 25 years in a notebook of who was the champ. I don't know. I used to do that stuff all the time, man. That was a lot of
fun. Yeah, I'm not not into sports, but when I come to America, to the States, for sure I want to go to like a football game, baseball game, like UFC fight, whatever, because these are
fun.
These are sports,
if you're out here when I'm and we're in the same place, man, I'm gonna take you around. I'm gonna show you a little bit of
yeah. I think I will start my trip with playing the main in Vegas because my school year ends in like beginning of the July, so just when the main starts. So I probably start my trip to the States with playing the main in Vegas. Yeah.
Well, I'll be out there. Hopefully, I'll be alive because by the main event. Man, you're beaten down. You're tired. You've been living on GTO. As you mentioned, you ain't eating straight. Like even me, I'm trying to eat. I can't eat well. Yeah. So it's tough, man. It's tough.
I'm excited even now. First time in Vegas, like the first time I can go and play poker because I just turned 21. It will be a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna take you to Rhino and we show you strip clubs.
Yeah.
All right, let me find. Does Sebastian have any poker heroes? Connor Murphy asks.
Poker heroes, I started probably like everyone else. Like I remember the first time when I was 15, I went to the WSOP website. So the first guys I kind of read about were like Johnny Chan and Phil Hellmuth. Because they're like all connected, John Chan, Phil Hellmuth, and Eric Seidel. Because John Chan won twice, and the second time he won with Seidel, and then he lost to Hellmuth. So these were probably the first, and also it was in rounders. So, and I just all the old school players, but during the recent years, like mostly of the. When I was in London 2 years ago, when I was 19, I took pictures with anyone that I could, but I took pictures, for example, with Ole Shemion, and he's like roughly my age, maybe 2 years older than me, and I was like, so I was 19, so he was like 21, 22, and I was like, but he's like so like big and tall that I was like, excuse me, sir, can I take a picture of you? And he's the age of my like older brother, basically. So I took like 2 years ago, I took picture with Ole Shemion, right, because he was like amazing player still. But I took pictures, with Jason Mercier and Liu Boree and Elke and Jay Cody and Philip Grusem. And Ole Shemion and Martin Finger. Yeah, that's them.
You got a poker crush? You got a crush on any of the poker women that are bouncing around right now out there, Poppy? You want to send a little message out there, give them a little shout out or something?
Not really. I mean, it's pretty mainstream because everyone likes Kate Hall, right? Because I really enjoyed the podcast your podcast with her. In general, I like listening to like coherent and logical arguments and thoughts. And she talks in this way that's very very nice. So I like listening to her, but yeah, I don't have any poker crush. I like these podcasts the most, and the ones with Fedor. But I remember so many great ones. Like I wrote you on Twitter in the message, like
Yeah.
the one that David Benefield Raptor was standing, during the whole podcast, and nobody knew. Everybody was in shock, including me, when we found out that he was standing the whole way. The one with Sauce when he was like walking and talking was also fun. Yeah.
Wait, do you chat? Are you in the YouTube chat? Are you one of the YouTube commenter guys and we don't know it?
No, I'm not. I have YouTube here, but I have to refresh it. Where's the chat? But yeah, maybe. Where is guest Sebastian Malek, EPT Barcelona winner, Proco Live podcast, but I will mute it and I will see the chat. Okay.
Do you
wow,
chat?
now I
do you have a chat name that we would recognize that chats on YouTube?
It's probably just Sebastian Malik, just my name. So if I write something like, hey, does it work? Yes, it's me.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you had one of the, that'd be crazy if you were like one of the guys who always chatting with one of these undercover screen names and then
No.
You take down Barcelona main event. That'd be awesome. I can't wait. That's gonna happen one day. I cannot wait till like one of our guys who comments all the time, then he takes down an event and wins the match. That's gonna be epic here. All right, let me take two more questions. Have you ever played it's a good question, Justin. Has he ever played the beautiful 4-card game? Yeah, have you ever played that great game of Pot Limit Omaha, Sebastian? You get 4 cards instead of 2.
Yes, I did, but not that much. I am terrible at it. So, but my closest friends in poker are playing. A friend of mine almost won a bracelet in Omaha in Berlin last year. He came second to, I believe, Barney Boatman or someone like that, like the older gentleman from England. So my closest friends are fans of Omaha, and sometimes after like a Sunday session, we go to the cash game tables and play like no limit 5-card Omaha high low and 5-card pot limit Omaha something, and yeah. So it's fun, but I don't make the decisions then. I mean, like, of course I click the mouse and stuff, but yeah, but no limit Omaha high low is really fun. Like just. You just go like every online rec just goes all in with ace deuce, and they win every tournament because they run good.
Dare I say GTO right there. Kid, all right, leave the people with something, Sebastian. So give the people some words. Let them know, give them something that comes to your mind right now, and then we'll wrap up the pod here with you, kid.
Okay, can I ask you a question before that?
Go ahead, let's go.
Do you talk much politics in the poker community in the States?
Do I talk much politics, like the presidential stuff?
Yeah. Because I'm interested in that. I don't know. Like, I found it because on Twitter you see the guys like Daniel Negreanu and Mike Matusow, like, berating each other. Trump this, Clinton that, and I was curious if in the community of like maybe a bit younger guys, do you talk much about politics when you go out? I know, for dinner or something.
So I have muted almost every single person on Twitter who talks politics. So I am not a part of the political poker discussion.
Okay. So never mind. I have my own opinion, and
not gonna be able to do it, Sebastian. Man, listen, when it comes to politics, I ain't gonna be able to.
This is not a place for politics, of course.
I was reading last night, or reading sometime. I slept like 13 hours last night. I was reading about Hillary Clinton, how they think she's got a body double. And I was on there for like fucking 35 minutes just reading this shit, man. I'm not going to lose myself to the. And then I read about Eminem. Eminem's supposed to have a clone. Eminem has multiple clones out there, and I was like, it makes sense. Eminem's got clones. Why he's fucking been his music sucks after a certain point of time. But yeah, man. All right, give him one piece. One. Where can they find you, Sebastian? So you don't have a Snapchat yet. What do you think your Snapchat name's going to be?
No. I think I already have one, but I don't remember what it was because I don't use it. But I think I will start a new one. But it will be like I will post it on Twitter once I get it. Like once I get Instagram, Snapchat, start a blog, I will post everything on Twitter.
And all Twitter right, guys. You want to follow Sebastian?
And Twitter is like
it's at G. What how do you spell it? GM. What is it? GM Malik.
GM_Malcev, MALCEV, because it was opened an account in 2010, so I still play chess, and GM stands for Grandmaster, like the highest title in chess.
So were you a Grandmaster, or were you?
No. I was close to being like a national master, but I'm not.
Okay, so it sounds like you should have made your name not GM. It sounds like you should have made your name NM.
It was 6 years ago, and then I thought I would be a Grandmaster, so I just put GM right there.
I'm okay with that, man. Sometimes you got to call your shots. Sometimes you call your shots and you miss, puppy. I mean, being a Grandmaster at chess myself, I know what it feels. It's great. It's a great time. I'm a Grandmaster. I got some competitive matches I'm going to be playing today, and
yeah.
I got some. I mean, these are a little bit lower rated opponents, and that's okay. There'll probably be some speed matches, and yeah, I'm gonna take it down. So, Sebastian, it was fun having you on the pod, my friend. I wish you luck here. I'm gonna get in touch with you. We're gonna.
Okay. So can I say just shout out to all my friends watching, like all the poker friends who are watching. I hope some of them for sure. Who supported me in Barcelona. In a million years, I couldn't do it without them. It was like a team effort. So, respect the guys who won this tournament. And also shout out to my friends, non-poker friends who are watching in Poland or somewhere else. Yeah, and thanks for having me, and thanks to the audience. I haven't been reading the chat, so very not.
Only good things, Poppy. Only good things about you today, man.
Only good things. Okay,
only I hope good so. Things. I promise you, man. If someone was saying something bad, I'd ban that motherfucker from the chat. Man, we ain't letting no one talk about subversion in the chat, man.
Okay, so
about to get put in the coffin, son. About to get put in the coffin. You say something about subversion.
So it was a pleasure, and I hope that maybe one day I'll be here back again for some podcast rangout if I win something, maybe.
Sounds good, buddy. Yeah. Sounds good. Guys in the chat, I appreciate all the comments, appreciate all the questions. I'll probably be back sometime this week. I'm not sure in the exact date, but stay tuned. Check out my website, onepokerlife.com for updates, Twitter, Joinger1, and iTunes. If you want to watch the replay, it'll be on my YouTube channel. That's it. That's all I got. Sebastian, much love, Poppy. Much love. Thank you for joining me, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
All right, buddy. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Peace out.
See you. Peace.